Welcome back. You know how almost everything in business seems to be getting smart these days?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Connected factories, AI security.
Right, that's cyber physical systems, CPS, or IoT. They're amazing tools, definitely. But today, we're going to dig into why all that extra power, that sophistication, actually opens up some pretty serious new cyber risks.
Yeah, it's a big topic.
We've looked through the latest reports, expert takes. The idea is to give you the core risks and maybe some actionable steps, without drowning you in tech jargon.
And the evolution is key here. It's really striking. We're not talking simple sensors anymore, not really.
Wow.
No, the latest generation. They've got powerful brains right inside them, these neural processors, plus super fast networking, 5G, Wi-Fi 6, and even their own custom memory setups. It's a huge leap.
And that leap changes the game for attackers.
Completely changes the threat landscape, yeah.
Okay, so this idea of a hacker's playground, what makes these new, smarter devices such a target? Let's break that down.
Okay, well, take those neural processors first. Think of them as mini computers on the device. They can handle complex stuff locally. AI tasks, for instance.
Without needing to check back constantly.
Exactly. So imagine a compromised smart camera. It could potentially run malicious facial recognition itself
Yeah.
locally. Much harder to spot than if it was constantly communicating outwards.
Right, because the unusual network traffic wouldn't be there.
Precisely. Or that same camera could become a way more powerful node in a botnet, those networks of hacked devices attackers use.
That is unsettling. Okay, and the faster networks. 5G, Wi-Fi 6. Faster sounds good, generally.
It is for
It
performance,
does.
but security-wise.
Uh,
Well, it means if someone does get in, they can pull sensitive data out incredibly quickly. Data exfiltration, we call it.
So confidential files could just vanish almost instantly.
Potentially, yeah. Plus, these networks are just more complex, more protocols, more ways to connect. Unfortunately, that can mean more potential doorways for attackers to try.
More complexity, more vulnerabilities. Makes sense. And the custom memory you mentioned, are they storing more valuable stuff right on the device now?
That's exactly it. More local storage. It turns the device itself into a little data goldmine. Customer info, maybe financial details, proprietary algorithms.
Mm.
It could all be sitting right there.
So breaching the device means getting the treasure directly.
Uh-huh. And more memory also means there's more space to hide bigger, more sophisticated malware. Nasty stuff.
So this isn't just theory, right? Are we seeing this play out in the real world?
Oh, absolutely. We're seeing a definite surge in attacks.
Yeah.
Botnet activity is especially those huge DDoS attacks that just flood a target with traffic.
Right, overwhelming them?
Yeah, those have exploded in 2024. And these powerful new CPS devices, they're perfect recruits for launching those massive attacks.
Because each one has more power to contribute.
Exactly. We're also seeing more data breaches tracing back to compromised IoT things. Video feeds, building access logs, manufacturing data. It's sensitive stuff getting exposed.
And you mentioned supply chains earlier.
Yeah, that's a huge one. A vulnerability in one device, maybe introduced during manufacturing or setup, can become an entry point to compromise an entire network. It can disrupt whole operations.
And it's not just digital damage, is it? You touched on physical security.
Right. Think about it. Hijack a smart camera system or maybe an access control system.
You could unlock doors,
Yeah.
let people into secure areas.
Exactly. Unauthorized physical access. Plus, those advanced mics and cameras, there's a growing concern about them being used for, corporate espionage, listening in, watching.
Okay, this is a lot. It paints a pretty concerning picture. So, what can businesses actually do? What are the practical defense steps?
Well, it really comes back to strong cyber hygiene fundamentals, but adapted for this scale. First off, automation. You probably have tons of these devices, right?
Way too many to handle manually.
Exactly. So automating things like patching and firmware updates is critical. You need systems that can handle that scale. Find the devices, push the updates, close those security holes fast.
Okay, automate the updates. Got it. What else?
Network segmentation. This is vital. Basically, you isolate your IoT devices onto their own separate network segment.
So if one device does get breached,
It can't easily jump over to your main business network and access, financial servers or customer databases. It contains the damage. And good visibility across those segments is key.
segmenting makes sense, keep them corralled. Anything else for the devices themselves?
Device hardening. It sounds technical, but it's basic stuff like turning off any features or services on the device that you don't actually need. Fewer open doors. And strong security settings, of course.
Like strong passwords.
Absolutely. Strong, unique passwords for each device, multi-factor authentication, MFA, wherever you can use it. And thinking carefully about who needs access to what role-based access control. Again, automation can help manage passwords across hundreds or thousands of devices.
Right, managing unique passwords for thousands of devices sounds impossible otherwise.
Pretty much. And adopting a zero-trust mindset helps too. Assume no device is inherently trustworthy, verify everything. Managing digital certificates on devices is part of this.
Okay, so automate updates, segment networks, harden devices, strong authentication, zero trust. What about before the devices even arrive?
Good point. Supply chain
Yeah.
security. You need to really vet your IoT vendors, ask tough questions about their security practices before you buy.
Due diligence on the suppliers.
Definitely. And finally, don't forget your people. Employee education is crucial. Your team needs to understand the risk these devices bring and know how to spot and report anything suspicious.
Like phishing attempts targeting IoT credentials.
Exactly. Things like that. Even just using something like National Cybersecurity Awareness Month to focus training on CPS IoT risks can make a difference.
So wrapping this up, the takeaway seems to be that these incredibly powerful, beneficial CPS devices also bring really significant new cyber risks.
That's the core message. The benefits are real, but the dangers have scaled up alongside them.
And it feels like we're moving past if an attack happens towards when. Preparation is key.
Absolutely. Being proactive, having these hygiene measures in place, it's not optional anymore. It's essential for survival.
This was really insightful. It really drives home how tied together the digital and physical worlds are becoming. Which leaves me with a final thought for everyone listening. Given how deeply CPS tech is now woven into physical security, controlling buildings, cameras, access, what kind of truly unexpected, maybe even cascading consequences could we face from a really big, successful attack that targets these powerful systems? Something to think about. Thanks for joining our deep dive today.